空を茜に染め出した夕方5時半の帰り道ね
Welcome everybody to the top 10 most MindF anime in the market. My name is Misty/Phoenix, and I suppose I should clarify what I mean by MindF. It's not about plot twists or bamboozling the audience, it's about those anime that just make you go, what the f even is going on here? You know what I mean. you definitely must know what I mean. Some of the entries on this list straight up made me trip major balls, and I'm a seasoned veteran of anime. I can't imagine what people would do if they were on any kind of sense-enhancing components. Also, all of these shows are incredibly good too, but they just bring your mind in a dark alley and unzip their pants with their over-exaggerated visual style. Yeah, that's where I was going with that. But before we go on, let me tell you about today's sponsor. This episode is sponsored by Bookwalker. Bookwalker is an incredible online store where you can purchase digital version of your favorite manga/light novel. Legally, it helps support the artists who made your favorite series like Re:Zero, Konosuba, and many more. Right now, until December 18, 2017, they're doing a special event about Spice and Wolf to celebrate the sequel, Wolf and Parchment. Yeah, there's a sequel. You didn't get the memo? Oh boy, you're missing out. Anyway, during this event, there's awesome prizes to win, like a tiny holo Nendoroid or a straight-up autographed Spice and Wolf board. Just gotta get yourself the light novel of Wolf and Parchment for a chance to win. There's not a lot of people in the running, so your chances are hella high. Also, it's the perfect occasion if you want the full story of Spice and Wolf. They're also giving out a giant saving on it. Check out the contest in the link in the description for more details, and now on to the list. Number 10, Space Patrol Luluco. Space Patrol Luluco is one of those anime you'll just wanna trust me and watch it as long as you can. It starts off super innocently, but it ends with a massive bang. The episodes are super short, 7 minutes on the clock each, so you can get it done in a matter of like an hour and a half if you skip the opening and ending. The show is loud and in your face for the most part. It's a Studio Trigger small work that has several episodes being crossed over to different anime they did. You can see Little Witch Academia, Inferno Cop, and some more obscure reference they did in the past. The story is about Ruruko, whose dad's got frozen and she tries to rescue him, and she also transforms in a gun. It's dumb, chaotic fun, but it's worth the ride for sure. Number 9, Panty and Stocking with Garter Belt. I think at this point most people are familiar with Panty and Stocking, probably one of the anime that has a better version dubbed than its original sub counterpart. The show is incredibly vulgar, it swears a lot, and there's just something about Japanese that's just too polite, so the show works best for me in English. The story is about two potty-mouthed angels who got kicked out of heaven, and they must defeat ghosts in order to regain their access. Garterbelth is a priest who's there to guide them. The show has a very cartoony look at first sight, but it balanced back with other style, going into conventional anime looks, or even clay model exploding. It's wacky, but it works. Number 8, Kyoso Giga. This story begins in a world where the monsters and the human lives together. There, no one ever dies since it's under the protection of 3 people, but one day, 3 siblings walk into that world from another dimension, searching for their mother. The show is hard to follow at first, not much is gonna make sense, and it's okay, just lay there, let it happen, it'll be over soon. Wow, that sounded oddly rapey. Characters are rich, and it makes the story that much more thriving. Also, visually, the anime is super stimulating, the soundtrack is good, and if it wasn't for how much better the next ones are, it would be a lot higher on this list. But you know, sometimes you gotta settle for the 8th position, and that's just fine too. Not everyone can be number 1. That's what my mom told me.
私神社のもんだけどさ、ウサギ見なかった？黒いやつ。 食った食った。
おい、行儀悪いぞ。
いいんだもん。今日はひまりデーなんだから。
ひまりデー。
Number 7, Mawaru Penguin Drum. If you come in and watch merely a few episodes of Mawaru Penguin Drum and then drop it halfway through, you'll come back to me and be like, what the hell, Misty, there's nothing messed up about this anime. Well, Mawaru Penguin Drum is one of those shows you have to stick out till the end so that final piece of jigsaw falls into place and illuminate the whole picture. It also benefits from a surreal ambience, heavy theme, clever symbolism. I wouldn't recommend it to newcomers only seeking thrilling entertainment, but for those who want to enjoy a bigger picture, well, please, oh please try this one out. It'll be worth its weight in gold. I don't want to say too much about the plot, but I hope the clip can sell it to you nonetheless.
これは。
あー、すごい。そっか、そこに糸をくぐらせるんだ。
Number 6, Kuchu Buranko. The Doctor Will See You Now. If we talk about trippy anime, I can't ignore Kuchu Buranko. This anime oozes of weirdness, and the color assault you in just plain odd settings. The story-wise, it's an episodic type of anime where each new one focuses on a different case. The plot follows patients who have problems like a thug afraid of knives or a businessman who has a constant erection. They all meet with Dr. Irabu and his assistant, the nurse Mayumi, who do their best to cure everyone. Personally, I have an appeal for anything that's medical, so I might be a little bit biased in saying how good this show is, but if anything, it's definitely wacky. It might surprise you if you go in with no expectations.
サーカスの子はみんな人見知りなんです。巡業で転校ばかりして。い
ただきまーす。
Number 5, FLCL. You probably won't agree with this ranking. Hell, even myself, I kinda hate putting FLCL only on the halfway point of this list, especially with season 2 and 3 coming about in 2018, but the other anime above are just that much more mind-f***ing to me. FLCL is a gem, a classic from the past that everyone should try out, with characters who are real, with qualities and flaws. The story is about Naota, an everyday 6th grader whose brother left to play baseball in America, leaving behind his girlfriend who now clings onto Naota. Then a psychopath girl is running him over with her Vespa and a horn grows on him. Look, it's not an anime you can really describe, it's a show you have to experience on your own. If you like Gurren Lagann, you'll love this one just as much. It's the best comparison I can give you on this one.
前より立派になってる。すごい。と口走った瞬間、しまったと思った。ハサミがね。リアコちゃん。マコ気をつけろ、この変態野郎。
父ちゃん何してんの？
父ちゃん？父ちゃん？
Number 4, Kill la Kill. Another show that's fairly well renowned at this point. Kill la Kill is a story about a school with a pretty strict regimen, led by the Elite Four. Not the Pokemon version. Anyway, that's when Ryoko decides to overthrow the power with the help of a special outfit, which is God Klaus. Look, just go with it. Anyway, she fights with one half of the scissor and the other half belongs to the leader of the school. And the fights are flashy and the characters are funny. I don't think anyone can really dislike this show. Oh, it's another anime made by Studio Trigger. So if you like Space Patrol of Luluco, you should really enjoy this one as well. So did I interest you into watching it? It's probably the worst description I've ever made of a show.
痛そうな上に恥ずかしそうだな。窓の露出狂め。うっせえ、露出狂じゃねえ。血の物抜か。大丈夫か。大丈夫だ。
Number 3, Kaiba. Not related to Yu-Gi-Oh's Kaiba, and not to be confused with Kiba, which is another thing completely. Now, Kaiba is an incredible story made by my boys at MindF Studio. The plot begins with Kaiba, a man who wakes up in a ruin with no memories. He's being chased and finally start to learn about the world. In this dystopian world, people are now able to digitally store memories. So when your body dies, you can just swap it for another one, get your memories back, and boom, new game plus. Of course, there's a wealthy exploitative side that comes into play, where people steal memories and bodies alike, and Kaiba decided to interfere with it, all the while trying to find out who's this girl in his pendant he woke up with. Kaiba is a very good anime, and if you can get over the trippy visuals, you'll have a blast, I promise. Number 2, Ping Pong the Animation. Yeah, sports anime about ping pong with a very peculiar art style added to that, and lots of dialogue that are in Chinese instead of Japanese. And yet everyone loves it. Might be due to the soundtrack of the show. No, seriously, this shit is pure fire. The story is about Smile and Peko, two talented ping pong players, although one is an underachiever and the other one is cocky and overconfident. One day a Chinese player makes his way to them and he destroys Peko. But yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. So if you want to give it a shot, it's an anime I highly recommend. The art style might be different, but it makes the animation so smooth. Anyway, hope you'll consider it.
しかし私はピカピカの大学1回生。幻の至宝と言われるバラ色のキャンパスライフへの扉が今ここに無数に開かれているのを目の当たりにし、興奮半ば朦朧としていた。
And finally, at number 1, we have the Tatami Galaxy. Welcome to the ultimate mind anime. You don't even need to take any substance on this one. You'll straight up feel like you just drank a full bottle of LSD. Does LSD come into a bottle? Anyway, the story is about Watashi. After several bitter years spent harassing people to break up on campus, Watashi realized he kinda wasted his time. So to fix that, he wants to ask out an underclassman, but doesn't go through with it. Turns out he regrets how his college life turned out to be, so then he meets with a god of relationship and he's sent back in time to the beginning of his college year. Don't kid yourself, this show might be surreal and mind-boggling. It's nothing shy than a masterpiece. I mean, if I put it above ping pong, that must be worth something, right?
他人を求めるなど私の心情に反する。話すんだ。博士。むにゅっとしてました。むにゅっと。ママ、落ち着きたま。
So those are some of my favorite mind anime. Well, I guess mind can sound slightly pejorative. Maybe I should have called it Best Trippy Anime or Surreal Anime. It's a bit late for that now, I guess. But hey, if you have more ideas of titles fitting the genre that you'd like to share, feel free to do so in the comment section below. I know there's definitely a bunch of chaotic ones that I had to leave out who are just as good, like the potato peeling itself in Dai Mahou Toge, or anything that happens in Katsu, but whatever, I'm happy with this list, and I hope I made you discover new shows to try out. Don't forget to check out our sponsor for today, Bookwalker. I remind you the Spice and Wolf event is ending really shortly, and if you want a chance to snag those cool prizes, make sure to check out the link down below. Thanks a lot for hanging out with me, and I'll see your etchy face next time. Yeah, I'm trying out a new catchphrase. You like it?
Hard times, I've been on the wrong side, I've been ashamed. So many memories, you know I'd like to change.